Hi, so in this video I'll basically explain how to make friends and social contacts. So let me give you a bit of a background about me. So when I was growing up, I lived in many different places, from the countryside to towns to cities and everything in between. I've lived in different countries, lived with people from all different walks of life. So, this kind of gave me the ability to adapt and, learn some social skills because it was necessary. I had to do it. So, I have some understanding of how this all goes down. It's important. Often you'll be in situations where you don't know anybody, whether you're in a new city. You just want to get out and meet more people, make your life a bit more interesting. And, a lot of people have fear and stuff around this. So I'll just kind of explain, some methods that helped me. And beyond anything, it was a great adventure, this whole thing. So some definitions is the definition between friends and acquaintances. And I had to learn this the hard way. Friends, I'd say, is someone who's completely loyal to you, has your highest benefit in mind, is a positive influence in your life. And an acquaintance is just someone that you know, that you have mutual respect for, but it's not got to that level of friendship. Okay, so I've wrote down a bunch of notes. I might have to keep checking my notes. So the first thing I think is where am I going to find these amazing people that are just gonna help make my life awesome, and I'll make their life wondrous? Well, often I just go, okay, well, what are my interests, what are my hobbies, and search online. Usually meetup.com is a good one to start, and there's a bunch of events and stuff on there. And I just choose something that's relevant to my age as well. Often I'll go look at uni events, a space that I can go and I can approach and talk to people, and that it's okay to do that, because that will be the most effective and easy. For example, like meeting people on the street can be challenging. Some places it's easier, but usually most places nowadays it's more challenging. But I know I've had to do that before when I've lived in certain places where I didn't know or have access to these things. I've had to talk to people in the grocery store, or the bus, or the bus stop, or right in the street, I remember on the beach as well, to make friends and to make some contacts. And, I did it. So, it all depends really on how bad you want all this and what situation you're in. So you kind of have to adapt to the situation. Like when I came to England, it was very difficult. It was different from where I was from. It wasn't as welcoming and people as approachable. So I had to find the right networks that, I could connect with, which was with a bunch of foreigners and stuff like that. So, just find the people that are similar for you. If you don't know, go find some hobbies and just experiment. If you go to a painting group or something, what's the worst that's going to happen? Someone paints on your face. Depends whether you like paint on your face or not. That could be a deal breaker. So that's something to keep in mind. What was I going to say? So it's always, the first step is always really scary, but I'm not going to get into all the little techniques and methods and stuff to do all this. It's just, you have to just learn through experience. Like, you will learn through experience and you'll gain confidence and it will become easier each time you do it. It's just the first step, and you literally just have to call in that courage and just step forward and know that, survive. Unless you want to become friends with some really crazy people and you're afraid they're gonna kill you, that's probably not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. So you'll be right. Just step through the door. And, there's been many times that I've been so. I think that's the washing machine. No, that's a dryer. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but the dryer's going off in the background. There's been many times I've been so nervous and I'm just like, oh, but I just thought about the bigger picture and thought about, okay, that fear is kind of exciting as well. It's like through that door, so much adventure and opportunities. And it was never as bad as I thought. So, just have some fun. The more you do it, the less you take it seriously. You're kind of just like, oh, okay, I'm just in here now. This is fun. I don't care. So, in making those contacts and stuff, it's important to have like a mindset of abundance. First of all, realize there's many people, and just to keep that in mind, and then also to not have any expectations of anything or anyone, because with expectations comes disappointment. Just see where it takes you. So get people's Facebooks, get people's Instagrams, get people's numbers that you think are cool. That's what I do. And, and try to set up some plans with someone, maybe just simple like coffee, or invite someone to, some event or something with you that you think they would like, with no expectations, not expecting any kind of return. But often, just as it is you put something out and it comes back. That's just often what happens. It just comes back. But you don't go in there with that expectation. You're just here in the moment, enjoying, and, the things that were supposed to come will come, and the things that are not going to be there will not be there. But yeah, it's important not to have any expectations there. And, also, not everybody you meet is going to be reliable. You might not get along with everyone. You might think at first they're cool and then realize, we don't really get along. So that's important to kind of like, don't put all your eggs in one basket, because, let's say my dryer was, making too much noise. It was vibrating things, knock all the eggs over, eggs are broken. How are you going to have scrambled eggs in the morning? So, having no expectations, seeing it all as an adventure, and, not expecting someone to be your friend as well. Sometimes certain people are just there to lead the way or open a door, or, they'll be friends with you at some point in the future, or just to teach you a very important lesson. So the next step is, how to know who's your real friend, I guess. And this is just something that takes time. You can't force it. You don't want someone to be your friend who's doesn't really want to be your friend, So don't try to force things. These things often just develop naturally, If that person wants to keep seeing you, they will. If you want to keep seeing them, you will. It's actually not too complicated. In our minds, in my mind, I made it all complicated, blah, blah, blah. It's just kind of simple. If you want to do it, you'll do it. If you don't want to do it, you won't do it. That is the clearest evidence, of who's investing in you, who's not. And I've always just used authenticity and honesty as my guide. If I'm just expressing myself as I am, being honest, and, people don't take that, then I've just eliminated, that option, and I'm not wasting my time. So the people that will like you, they'll come to you. The people that don't like you, they will stay away from you, and hopefully they won't try to kill you. That was a joke, but, you never know. There's crazy people out there. So a lot of people hold this back. They hold back their honesty, hold back their authenticity. I've done that a few times, but I saw the result, and, they're afraid of getting rejected, not being accepted, or losing that person. But actually it hurts your self-esteem, makes you usually feel more alone in the end. and it just literally, I mean, put it bluntly, kind of just sucks. So the best thing to do is just be honest. I know there's tons of people on this planet. Like seriously, if you count the numbers, well, you probably won't count the numbers, but there's apparently, I'd forgotten the number exactly, but billions of people on this planet. So, you know, statistics are, you know, you just keep knocking on doors, you keep being yourself. There's a bunch of people that are going to be like, you know, down with you. And then it's really, you know, for me, it's really important, just a few good people. You might know a lot of people you respect and respect you, but having a few good people that have your back, you should narrow it down. You know, quality is important. So, you know, don't be afraid to lose someone just because you're being yourself. You know, it might hurt short term, but you'll just get tough and like whatever, you know. YOLO. I've only got so much time in this time space life thingy, you know. So, like I said, it just it takes determination. It's going to be scary. You kind of, you know, you only know yourself by stepping into the unknown, and that's how you gain confidence. You don't learn how, you know, like speaking Spanish, for example. You know, if you don't speak how are you going to learn how to speak it? If you're not speaking it, how are you going to, you know, learn how to drive the car? If you ain't going to drive the car, you have to drive the car to learn how to drive the car. You know, you can read all the manuals and be like, okay, well, this is a steering wheel and it says you have to, no, you have to, maybe that helps, but that ain't going to help when you're driving. Well, it might help a little bit. Anyway, let's forget about that for now. You gotta do it. You just gotta do it. And have determination, just because, you know, you don't fail unless you give up on your intention. So determination, you know, sometimes there'll be peaks and valleys. Sometimes you feel like, oh man, I suck. Like nobody likes me. They just all, you know, they just ignore me. They all think I suck. You'll be thinking in your head and then other times you're like, yeah, I'm freaking killing it. And other times you might be, oh, I suck. I'm really, you know. So the ones who win, they keep going. They keep going and going. In terms of behavior, what I've really focused on is just that integrity, just being who I am with each person I meet, you know, to my fullest capability, having my own principles, and, you know, treating even strangers just like they're my best friend if I can, you know, being tolerant, especially giving people your time and your energy, being honest, respectful with everyone I meet, you know, treating everyone equally, you know, having people be able to confide in me, you know, people I don't even know, having them confide in me, being able make them feel able that they can listen, or have someone they can listen to, and inspire them when they're feeling down or not so great. Also being a leader, taking action, being the first to make the move, and just having fun, being carefree, try not to take this whole, you know, being alive thing so seriously. Like, you know, we're serious enough often with our work and our studies. It's like, we're going to socialize. Like, just don't give a fuck. Like, come on. So, you know, these are things I've always done that usually guaranteed me pretty consistent guaranteed success. I'm 28 now, so I've lived quite a many places, met quite a many people, and, you know, I had to think about this. How did I do all this? And, you know, I wish I'd known now, you know, all this stuff. I wish I'd known then all this stuff. It would have made things a lot smoother, but that's the journey. You know, just what I just told you in maybe 7 minutes, you know, I've had to learn like for 28 years. I know that's pretty young, but feels like I've lived many different lifetimes. Every time you move a different place, it can feel like that. But I've learned, you know, people from around the world, these are consistent things that have worked for me. So in the next video, I will talk about how to keep your social circle alive, expanding and thriving, and once you have one, and another future video about initiating conversations and conversational skills, because I know some of you are probably going like, well, okay, I'm just supposed to go in and experience and learn, but what if I don't even know how to start a conversation, or like I'm weird, feel like a weirdo, or this happens, that happens, all these little minute details, I'll tell you that. But I just know consistent what I've learned with everything in life and this experience that we're having is, if you just take action, you'll learn. I wouldn't advise that for driving a car, to be honest. I really wouldn't, things like that. But still, if you really had to, let's say you're in a desperate situation and you had to drive that car, you'd figure it out, you'd learn through the experience. So, learn through experience, take action, go do it. No excuses. Fear is going to be there. The doubt's going to be there. Just ignore that. Just ignore it and go do it anyway. Feel it and ignore it. Take action. So that is my video, how to make friends in social contacts. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. On my channel, I also have the majority focus of this channel is actually for astrology, this is very different maybe, but I think it's connected in some way. So I have videos about your sun sign, like what element it is, your moon sign, what element it is, and a bit more stuff about astrology if you want to check it out. All right, well, bye for now, and I hope you have a good day. Go meet some new people. That was awesome.